Hey, Mohammed, what's up, man? Just go ahead and you can go ahead and unmute, buddy. There you go. Yeah, I can hear. What's up, dude? How are you?
Good. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I had a client in my office signing some offers.
No worries. Well, I want to jump right into it here. It's 12:03. So welcome, everyone. This is going to be a very, very special day for us, mostly because we have someone very important, Mohammad Alam here. He's the broker owner of Alam Realty in the high desert. Mohammad is one of the top producing real estate agents in California. He runs one of the most successful real estate companies in the high desert / inland empire. Mohammad does over 100 deals personally, as well as leads a team of about 60 agents. He is looking for additional agents to join his team, so we'll get into that today. Mohammad took our real estate class, obtained his broker's license actually through us, so he's probably one of our most successful students ever. And not only in that he sells so much real estate, but also in that he's a broker owner and owns his own real estate company. So Mohammad, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk to us.
It's an honor. Thank you for thinking of me to do this.
So a couple of questions for you. First, how did you get started in the real estate business? And by the way, in case this is your first Rockstar event, I'm going to ask Mohammad a couple of questions till about 12:15. And then at 12:15, please feel free to ask him any questions that you might have. By the way, it's very rare that someone that makes as much money as you do, $1 million plus per year, would be willing to share some of their experiences and advice with new agents. So thank you again. But Mohammad, how did you get started in the real estate business?
Well, I'm from Bangladesh, and I came here in May 20th, 2003. I was a scuba instructor in Catalina Island. I blew my eardrum. Long story short, came to LA, and I was thinking about a new career. And a good friend of mine suggested real estate, and I got my real estate because I wanted to follow the American dream, make a lot of money without going to school for 10, 12 years to be a doctor. That's most of the people from my country do that. As you know, your Indian background.
Right.
And so I just wanted to, I was 28 when I was exploring the option. So real estate sounded really good. Having the background, my father was a general contractor back in Bangladesh and grew up with, his projects, looking at lands and building and all that. So I was kind of had that in my blood, I guess. And so, and knowing this only takes 3 to 4 months to get your license and certificate, then you can work. And if you're really good at it, you can make the same or more money than a doctor or an engineer. Like most of people are from our continent. So I'm like, you know what, that's the route to go. And that's why I chose it.
Cool. Awesome. Let's talk personal production and numbers. How many listings do you, not your office, just you personally, how many listings do you have right now?
Right now I have 71.
So you have 71 listings. There are real estate offices that don't have 71 listings right now. So one agent has 71 listings. Got it. And how many sales did you do? How many units did you sell in 2020 during the pandemic?
Okay, so as you know, I hired a team of almost 8 years ago. Carlos Velasquez, my agent. So I haven't been working with buyers transactions since 2014. So I only deal listing side, and I have 2 buyers. And one is my girlfriend, Kitor Laster. I included 2 years ago in my team. And then Carlos Velasquez has been with me since 2014. So it's almost 7-8 years. So 3 of us together last year, we did 165 transactions.
165 deals. So you divide that, even if you divided that by 3, that's over 50 deals per agent. That's over 1 deal a week per agent, plus your own company production, right?
Correct.
So a quick question for you in that. Let's talk income, because everyone on this call is wondering what's possible, how much money can they make? And if you don't feel comfortable answering this, I won't.
That's all right. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows my bank account. It's okay.
What'd you make last year?
Well, like you said, I'm a broker. I want a multiple business owner. On the real estate side, just on selling my listings on my team, I did 455,000 GCI just on my listing side. And then, of course, I have to share amount of that divided by 2 to my buyer's agent. And then, of course, as you know, I'm a broker owner, and I also have my investment part of the deal. I do buy and sell property. I have construction crew that I buy and sell picture upper properties. And last year I did about 350,000 on that in a profit. And I draw a 75,000 salary from my company. So I did a little over $1 million last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a couple questions just to unpack this, right? So you're an immigrant, not that that matters. I just want to give the background, right? I am too. I was not born in this country. You were born in another country. You came here as a young man, and you've grown this business to be to you personally over $1 million. Now, two questions. First, you said you work with your girlfriend. There might be some people on this call that are thinking about working with their spouse or significant other. My question to you is that challenging, and would you recommend it to someone else to work with a significant other?
Well, definitely. It's like a double-edged sword.
Right.
But definitely, who do you want to be partnered with? Like who you can 100% trust, who have a combined interest with, right? And it's very hard to find that type of relationship between workers or agent. So, and at the same time, at home, sometimes I feel like I don't get a break from real estate because
you live with your girlfriend.
as you know, I'm right. And then she's new, she's third year in the business. So all she want to talk about her day with the real estate, and all I want to do relax.
Right.
So because I'm seasoned for almost going to be 18 years this year. So my establishment is way different than her establishment. My maturity level and the thing that I deal with and I get stressed with, or she does, that doesn't even bother me.
Right.
But other than that, but we're learning. We're learning how to, we made the rules, let's not talk real estate after 7 p.m. at home. If you're at home after 7 p.m., but again, that goes out the window when an agent call you at 8:30 with a problem. Right. So
Right.
that's again another price to pay when you're a broker owner. But overall, I enjoy it. My life is all about real estate, and I don't think it is as a job. I think it's my lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not a job; it's my lifestyle.
Right.
So I deal with it whenever I have to, and on my off time, I have to relax as much as I can.
So my question to you is, how many hours do you think you're working? Because somebody sees that you make $1 million a year, and by the way, I've known you for 12 plus years now. We talk very frequently. I mean, I consider you a close friend. My question to you is, how stressed are you, number one? And number two, if I was a new agent and I'm hearing, hey, this guy owns a company, 60 agents, makes $1 million a year, and I don't have a test date yet, what advice could you give to someone that's brand new that maybe, so now we know it's possible, right? You took the class, you make over $1 million a year, fine. But separately, if you come back 10 steps, someone that's brand new, what is the first thing that you think that they can do to make sure they get to your level or beyond you even?
Just pump up, and super excited. And because I see, you have most of my recruits come from my school and through you.
Right.
So I see that in a lot of people. For me, maybe that's my personality, and it helps. Is once I decide to do something, that's the only thing I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna.
Right.
I'm not gonna distract my mind with anything else. Doesn't matter. Somebody offer me another $1 million. So
Right.
when I got in real estate, I was super excited. That's all I was gonna do. I'm not gonna, divert my mind or focus in somewhere else. And what really helped, like you were interviewing me, when I went to school, there was a girl, I was 28 at that time, she was 26. Her name is Cynthia Flores, I believe. Beautiful Hispanic girl. And one time I went to a meeting and she said she made $46,000 that month. And I was barely making a month. I was barely making in 2003, 22 grand a year. And I thought if that girl can do it, I'm taller than her and I'm stronger than her.
Okay. I don't know what height.
Not as good looking as her, but I can do it too. So I saw an opportunity to make a killing, So I felt like, okay. And that's how I got addicted to my first closing. I got like about $5,500 at that time, even paying 50% to my broker,
Mhm.
and so I never got a big check like that ever, from 2 weeks of work at a regular job.
Right,
So then I told myself, oh my God, if I can get 4 or 5 of this, then I'll make 20, 25, 30 grand a month. And
right.
that's when I saw that how that can become a career, and I can make a killing and become wealthy. And that's when I got really at it.
Right. Let me ask you one other question because then we're bumping up on time here.
Great.
My question is, you sell real estate in the high desert, and there
Mhm.
are people on this call from all over the state, Orange County, LA, Northern California, San Diego, everywhere. Your average sales price is probably what?
Right now, 320,000.
Okay, right. It's you're in a
Did somebody
relatively,
just faint? What happened?
no, you're good. I'll mute up the room here real quick. So your average sales price is about 320,000. My question to you is, a personality trait that I actually don't care for in a lot of people is like, and I see it as a flaw in people when they always look for the next best thing. Oh, I'm going to do this for a while, then I'm going to go do that. Then I'm going to go do that. Then I'm going to go do that. The way that I built, for example, the school to 25 locations and thousands of students a year, and the way you built your company is that I never started the school and said, I'm going to go try to do something else. I'm going to do this for a few months, and that's going to springboard me to something else, right? So my question to you is, why have you decided? Because I admire this about you. You're never like, hey, I'm gonna make my footprint in the high desert. Then I'm going to go down to Cucamonga. Then I'm going to go to Orange County. Then I'm going to go to San Diego. You never chase that next thing. You're always like wanting to build up from what you have. My question to you is, what advice would you give someone that is, number one, wanting to maybe start part-time? Should they start part-time? And number two, where should they sell? Like, do you think that they should, for example, if somebody lived in Pomona, but they want to sell Beverly Hills, do you recommend that they commute into Beverly Hills, or do you recommend that they start kind of where they live? So first question before we open it up to the Q&A is, number one, should someone start part-time? And number two, should they start selling real estate where they see themselves ultimately, or should they start selling real estate where they are, kind of in an area that they know?
Got it. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier before, we have a saying back home that you don't want to put two of your foot in two different boats. And then what happened, gravity or whatever the water does, will put your boat away and your leg gonna spread and you're gonna fall in the water.
Right.
So that means, if you want to be really, really successful, be in one boat, right? Um, but again, everybody's different. I have agents that they have retired in a very good career type of job, and now they just want to make 50, 60 grand a year, and they just want to be part-time in real estate. I welcome them to do so. So it's totally individuals, person's desire and what they want to be. But if someone comes to me and tell me, I want to make a killing, I want to make 200,000 this year, I want to make $500,000 this year, then I'm going to tell them that, okay, then you have to be beyond, way above average people work hour. Like, like people look at me and my establishment, what I got right now, it didn't happen overnight, it took a long time. But as an agent, I remember I used to work 10, 12 hours easily. And someday I'll work, my first 5 years in real estate, I would say I probably work 6 days a week and at least average 8 to 10, 12 hours a day, depends on the day.
Mhm.
Longest hour day, I will work 15 hours, 14 hours. Smallest day, I'll work 8 hours, 7 hours. So average, I would say 10, 12 hours. So it takes a lot of hard work. Um, and so again, if you want my advice, become full-time.
Mhm.
Because I'm again, it's as human being natures, we're afraid of unknowing. And so when I got to real estate, I just came to this country about a year, and I was taking care of an elderly gentleman as a caregiver. So, and I was staying in his house,
I did
right?
not know that. That's crazy.
You didn't know that? Yeah, that was in West LA. And then my ex-wife, I helped her come over, and then she just arrived. So she took over my friend who was taking care of a little bit. And then again, now we have two person in the States. And so I had to get a second job. So I was in Los Angeles Public Library, sorting books. and things like that, assistant type of job. And then I would go real estate nighttime. So I did that for 7 months. I was driving myself nuts. And my ex-wife, we come from an island, and we never had a freeway. So she will not drive the freeway. And in the United States, you cannot survive if you don't drive the freeway. So there have been times that she needs to go to a doctor's or whatever. I have to go take her to the anything that needed the freeway. So my life was chaos. And so after 7 months, I realized that I made about $30-some thousand in real estate being part-time. And then I realized, okay, my other job, I was gonna make little less than that in a whole year. And also, previous life that we came from the island, we had a little bit of saving, like about $75,000 in the bank. So I felt like, okay, we have the elderly gentleman, we take care, I can become a full-time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I sold 5 or 6 property within 7 months. And then the month that I become a full-time, that month I put 4 deals in escrow just in 1 month. So when you don't have anything else to do, anything else to think about, is it become all one thing, then you're at it. And that's how it should be if you want to be successful in real estate.
Right.
Don't have any other thought. Because if you think about all wealthy people in the whole world invest in real estate, is the least riskiest investment in people's life, because it's so what they call it, tangible, so again, if you depends on your plan, but if you want to be successful, I would say become full-time right away.
Great. Mohammad, we're bumping up on time again. I want to respect the room's time here. We have 10 minutes left. Anybody have a question for Mohammad? By the way, before we open it up, notice, Mohammad, you're still wearing your name tag that has Mohammad Alam at Alam Realty. You still have your realtor pin. You wear a suit and tie every day. I, of course, have gotten lazy.
I'm not doing this for a meeting. You know me. I do this every day.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
the small disciplines of getting up, suit, tie, name tag, realtor pin. I mean, 18 years on the business, makes over $1 million a year and is still wearing a name tag. So yeah, kudos to the discipline. Any questions for Mohammad?
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead, please.
Angel, can you hear me? Yeah.
Go ahead.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much, Malama, for being here. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really wonderful that you took the time out of your day to come and show us a little bit of about what you know.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to backtrack a little bit to what you guys were saying. I had a question. Let's forget all about the money. Let's forget about all the work. That comes with the journey. I believe in that. I like that. What I really want to know is what do you believe really impacted your relationships with your clients and made them trust you and have that kind of connection with you to be like, you know what, this is the man I want to go to?
It's all about the clients and never counting your commission. And so what I learned, I always be before my real estate career, I was a sports instructor, like a scuba diving zonable. And so my life was all about, having fun with your clients or customers and, entertain them, with different things. So I never knew what stress was. And so my very first deal that was falling out of escrow, and I was attached to my income so much, and it fell out of escrow because of my attachment to my income. Because client saw that I was desperately counting and needing my commission, and kind of maybe they felt pressure that maybe I'm overlooking what they need, and that's what I did. I was very, very young. I still regret. I don't know where to live anymore to even apologize, but I learned from that deal that never count your commission, because money is easily could be tempted and easily could put some greed in you. And then your intention and your action toward doing a good deeds, doing a great job for your clients could get polluted. And so keep your income out of your brain. It's all about how well you're going to treat your client, how great of a deal they're going to get, how thorough you're going to be in your transaction, how well you're going to do your paperwork, how well you're going to keep in touch with your client. So they have to feel like you are really, really taking care of them. And then one of the best things in real estate is that you get to deal with the client for a little bit of time. especially in a listing couple time with a buyer, couple months each or few months each. So you build a very good relationship, a friendship with your clients. And especially if they know genuinely that you genuinely care for their well-being and their financial investment and their money, they will, you'll be the realtor for the rest of their life. I mean, even to this day, like the client I said I was a little late, on the meeting, was in my office. I met her in 2007, and every time she sells something, she calls me. Every time she sells me, she calls me, and she knows me when I was an agent in Century 21. So so all I can tell that your client really needs to feel like you really was all about them, how they're gonna get the greatest deal, and you're so good at communicating and going over all the details and explaining and taking care of them. Yeah, so it's all about clients. That's how you'll be successful. Because I was told by my trainer, if you have a 200 closed transactions and you keep in touch with those 200 people every month, you should easily make $150,000 without doing any other prospects. But again, you really have to take care of those 200 people that mean their hard work.
Thank you, Mohammed. And thank you, Angel,
Thank
for the
you.
question.
Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, perfect. So with the upcoming market crash, what do you think, what do you predict that will happen with agent and real estate? And what's your advice?
I wouldn't even worry about it, because what is your thing right now? How much money can you make, right? So as long as you're not worried about investing, like, hey, I'm going to buy a $2 million building right now, is it a good time to buy? Then I would worry about it. But as an agent, right now is the time to make a killing, because market is hot right now. So I wouldn't worry about what's going to happen on market crash. If you're worried about it, I would probably put 65% of my money that I make away in a saving, right? So that will take care of me if the market goes down. But other than that, I wouldn't focus on it. Focus on the good market right now. Capture as much money as you can make. Do as many deals as you can. Because again, upcoming crash, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie to you, I sold 8 of my investment property between the year of 2018 and 2019, because I thought market is crashing, because I got caught last time. And I regret right now, because all those property, if I sold this year, I would have probably on equity itself would have made another extra $500,000. But again, it is what it is. I don't think it like that. It's like, okay, I sold it, I still made profit. I didn't lose money, but I was getting ready for market maybe crash. I don't want to get caught with my investments. So I
Instead of focusing on the real goal. Okay.
Right. But as an agent, right now it's time. You focus on the positive side of it, which is like market is hot. Get as many listings as you can, and capture, make as much money as you can. And to the side that I understand, I'm worried about it too, but I don't let it bother me at all. But only one way you can soothe your anxiety, if you take action toward it. And action is, make a lot of money, save a lot of money toward it, and that's where your peace gonna come about when the market crashes.
Okay, thank you for that.
And believe me, I'm saving too. I'm saving my. The reason I sold all those property, I'm getting ready to buy some when market goes down.
Thank you, Omar. Mark, you were going to say something on Rosemary. I know we're bumping up on time here, but Mark, please.
Yes. So at some point you moved your business from LA area to the high desert. What prompted that decision? Was it personal or was it business? And if it was business,
it was an accident. What it is, I think one of my client. He was in George Air Force Base like 20-30 years ago when the base was active there. So I sold his property in Fullerton, and he wanted to move. Actually, he was trying to buy another bigger property in Fullerton. It fell out of escrow because of non-permitted structure. I'm talking about in 2004. And so he told me that I'm tired of the city anyway. Probably it happened better for me. I want to move back to Victorville. I didn't know where Victorville was. So he told me, come right in my car tomorrow. We'll go take a look at some property. I buy you lunch, and I'll drive. I was like, okay. So I came here with him, and I just like the laid back lifestyle, because I grew up in a third world country, congested city, and I never liked the city life. Never liked so much noise and so many people. So when I came here, I could see the horizon so far away, you know, and it's kind of laid back and all that. So I kind of liked it. And of course, being from another country, watching all those Western movies, it reminded me so all the Western sceneries I saw on the TVs, right?
Mhm.
So that's another thing. And I made the best decision moving here. Again, everybody has individual choices. Sometimes I think about, hey, what would have happened if I stayed back in West LA? But then again, you know, I did good out here. So so what made me move out here? It was an accident. That client brought me here. And the first home that I bought is one of the property that he saw it. He somewhat liked it, but liked some other property. But for some reason, my mind was set on that property. I talked to my ex-wife. I said, hey, I like that area. There's a Starbucks right next door. She liked the Starbucks. And so, so we came, take a look. She liked it. We made an offer. That's how it just happened.
Thank you. Appreciate that.